like that. So we back here on another Couch Coach Live. We're here. We're in the month strong. So what's going on, Maui?
Chilling. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. Just another day, another Tuesday here.
Right.
We got a special guest on the couch this week. Our cousins from the A. What up, Hooper?
Two down.
We ain't special guests no more. We just reoccurring characters.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so we call them the cousins. The cousins on the couch. Yeah, man.
Right. We know when the Hoopers come in, we about to talk. You be going through YouTube and everything, and you be like, they really don't be talking about nothing. I'm sitting here looking up the previews. I'm like, this is horrible. Like, y'all getting paid millions to talk about basketball, and you're not really talking. You're just talking the basic storyline stuff. You're not really giving any insights.
Nothing.
It's horrible,
bro.
All in the videos.
You know what I'm saying? Take that.
Speaking of that, bro, tell me why. I was looking at mock draft, right? This is on CBS Sports. Avery Johnson. I don't know if y'all seen that. This man talking about some Sacramento need to get rid of Buddy Hield. But then get this. Y'all know Sabonis was representing the Sacramento Kings in the draft. In the draft lottery. I'm like, oh, you get paid all that money and you need no Buddy Hield went to Indiana. Like, are you serious?
Wow.
Like,
terrible.
come on. When he said, bro, when he said Sacramento need to find a way, because he's like, well, they should get Jaden Ivey, but they need to find a way to get rid of Buddy Hield. I'm like, he been gone.
See,
I mean, he's not wrong, though. He's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, 2021, but not 2 weeks ago.
Hey, it's just a different. Somebody should have told him the difference between Hennessy and Paul Masson. It's not the same. It's not the same. I mean,
homework. Do your homework. Take
right.
copious notes.
Right.
Like, don't even gotta take no notes.
Notes on your desk, man.
Watch TV. Watch TV.
That's what we got phones for. Just pull it up real quick. Where does Buddy Hield play in 2022? Right.
Hey, I know that earpiece was. My bad.
And the irony is that Sabonis was at the draft lottery. That's what made it like, bro, the person who, right? Like,
they make it too easy, man. They make it too easy, man.
They show do. That's unfair. Yeah, so we got a great show lined.
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so we got a great show lined up for you tonight. We're going to preview the NBA Finals. So this is a little bit different than we did last year, because last year we did our NBA Finals preview with the Hoopers, but we did it 4th of July weekend. Now it feels a little weird. Now we're back in place. So now that was kind of, so yeah.
It was a party that time. It was a party.
Yeah, that's because shout out to other cousin Jelani, because Jelani came like an hour and a half late.
Oh, I remember that.
He was late.
The late cousin. Shout out to Lake, man.
Shout out to the other cousin Jelani. Yeah,
I remember that.
He the late one at the cookout. We tell
he said, "Is there still some potato salad?" I'm just kidding.
Right. We tell him, hey, you need to get here about 6. He pull up about 7:30. But it's a whole good shot.
What about the double eggs?
Right. Shout out to our cousin.
Tell me y'all ran out of ribs already, man.
Right.
Hey.
And you
I ain't even go ask about that.
That's the first thing that's off that had no leftovers. That's the first thing. That's a delicacy at the cookout. Right.
You gotta get here 10 minutes early, just eat 30 minutes late.
That's the Jade. That's the Jade thing.
It's a couple of gizzards over there if you want.
Nah, we good.
Maybe some chicken thighs on the grill. You want to grab a thigh or something?
Exactly.
I could. Hey man, I got the flat over there. I could put some steak ups on there. Want me to hit you up with a steak up?
Yeah, some people don't know how to cook them chicken thighs. Chicken thighs be red as hell. And,
Right.
Like, damn, I'm thinking it stepped up Bismol. But yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
So we gotta get back to the
NBA Finals preview.
NBA Finals preview. Definitely, we got it. Got
Back
that
to the
going
finals.
for you. Yep. And we powered this week by the good folks at Goalie. Head over to Goalie. Use the promo code CouchCoach. Get yourself 10% off. So we are here once again at the NBA Finals. We have, and I predicted this one. I had the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. I deemed it as a harbor to harbor series. So definitely,
Costradamus.
yeah, big facts. So, fellas, before we get into it, facts.
Right.
So, round out, we're beginning our NBA Finals preview. Storyline to watch. I'll go with you first, Fresh. What's your storyline to watch in these NBA Finals?
For storyline to watch, it's the old vets against the new guys. The Warriors trying to keep the dynasty going. Celtics has been the team that's been kind of bubbling over the few years that people thought could challenge them. They finally get there, but I don't think anybody on their roster has been to the finals before. So for me, it's old guys versus the new guys, and we see how that narrative kind of plays out.
Yeah.
Good narrative.
What you got, Doug?
Steve Kerr versus Ame, because I know a lot of people have had their complaints about Steve Kerr even while winning championships. So I feel like this is one where Ame wins this, they're going to feel real validating what they've been saying about Steve Kerr because it's a new head coach first year, getting to the finals. Nia Long is also a storyline to watch for anybody that's been paying attention. How she does great job. She does great work all the time. She's a great performer. She never fails under pressure. So hopefully we get Nia Long to come up clutch in some situations here. Okay.
Big
Yes,
facts. Yeah.
All right, okay. Y'all, my bad. But yeah, Steve Kerr versus Ame coaching situation. See who comes up with the better strategies and who shuts down the other team's best player, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah. What you got, Maui?
Okay. Been thinking all day about this.
Uh-oh.
How can I say this? In this luxury book
Ooh.
of the book about the luxury life of LeBron King James, there's going to be a portion of the book about him and Steph and the Warriors,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And how the ascension of this team was. So you talk about 2015. My part of the storyline I'm looking at is this team really as good as we think it is? Because they won that championship, but it was a hurt Cavs team. The next year they were dominant, but they lost. They should have lost to OKC, but they lost to the Cavs, and then they went and got KD, right? So as everybody, this team has actually grown old, right? So as I watch this team, they still that team, but when they struggle, I'm looking at Draymond, I'm looking at Clay, and I'm looking at Steph, and I'm like, they seem like sometimes they're questioning themselves, and they're really pushing themselves, and that's part of my storyline. And then Boston, let me keep going, and then Boston got their core back. They got Horford, they got Smart, they got Brown, and they a real team now. It's always been question marks what they were going to do. And Smart said, hey, when they was around January, they was at 12. Remember, they was he said, man, we need to play together, taking these shots. And be honest with you, when they play together, they're dangerous. The only time they really start looking bad is when they start getting selfish. So as I'm watching it, I want to see, is this the end of an era of that Warrior team and the beginning of this new Boston dynasty or this new Boston thing? And that's my storyline. I'm gonna leave it right there.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that song. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have a LeBron James free.
No, I did too.
I know. I'm just
I
joking.
can
I'm
give it.
joking.
No. I'm just. Hey, don't do that,
I'm
man.
joking,
Don't
man.
do
I'm
that.
joking.
Yeah, I heard y'all talk about Bronny. I heard y'all talk about Bronny too. I'm just playing. My bad. Hey, y'all. Y'all know we gonna get to see Leah alone. Let's get back to positive energy. Leah alone.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Coach. What storyline you looking at? I don't know.
I got two of them. I got the influence of pop.
Oh, I got two.
This is another one too, where you look at both of these guys were under the tutelage of Greg Popovich, and it's funny. And then and then another storyline. It's almost like deja vu, and almost to kind of piggyback to Maui's point, where the Celtics teams could be the 2015 Golden State Warriors, where you think about it. Ime, this is his first shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
2015 as well. And then, they have an emergent big three that's eerily similar to their big three too, where you got, obviously you got a Batman and Robin, and then you got a villainous character in Marcus Smart and Draymond Green, respectively, for both teams. So this is almost like you said, it's almost a carbon copy. It's literally, they're the Golden State Warriors of the East, as far as in this last, in the previous decade, potentially. Right. But this is definitely going to be a great coast to coast NBA Finals. So that's kind of storylines I'm looking at.
Just to put something else on there, and then you can look at Horford, and you can look at Williams, almost like a Livingston and Iggy. You know what I'm saying? That nobody really talks about them. You know what I'm saying? And how they were in those Warrior teams. It's always those Draymond, Clay. You know what I mean? Nobody talks about what Livingston did coming off the bench, and nobody, we know Iggy because of how Iggy putting the book out and everything, but they don't really give them their flowers like they were so significant to those teams, especially Livingston.
Yes. Right. And just one more storyline. I don't remember exactly how many years, but this is like one of the original NBA Finals rematches with the Celtics and the Warriors. Bill Russell versus Wilt Chamberlain. Yep. So you kind of got that historical NBA 75 thing going forward as well. So
you got the first dynasty versus the recent dynasty,
or the Boston Celtics
trying to start up
the Boston Celtics could turn into those early 2000 Detroit Pistons, where they just go to the conference finals every year and maybe win one. I knew Maui was gonna like that, where they maybe win one and go to two, but they never really reached that full potential of being a dynasty. Like it's a lot of storylines to watch though, but
and I see all of those teams. I see that Pistons team and that Boston team. You know what I mean? Like I do. I see that
when they play well offensively, they're great, but that offense get really stagnant at times. Like we saw the end of that game against Miami the other night in Game 7, where that offense went to pieces with like 40 seconds left. Like
they was hoping the clock ran out.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So, and I always, when it comes to these championship rounds, I always want to get the temperature around the room in this sport. Like, who are the players, coaches, anybody associated with these two teams that you're rooting for? I'm gonna go with you first, Fresh. What you got?
Rooting for. I'm on Ime's side because he got me along on his side.
This is first and foremost. Let's get that out of the way.
First and foremost, I'm also on the Celtics side because Jaylen Brown is Metro Atlanta, so I got a couple biases there.
Sure.
But for real, I would like to see the Celtics win. I was trying to think. I asked on Twitter earlier, like, when was the last time we seen a team with basically a bunch of new players going to the finals playing this team that's been years before and has won? And like the most recent that came to mind, shout out to Ken from Competitive Hedge Podcast. He said that Pistons team against the Lakers. Remember, that was everybody's first time going. And then you had like Shaq and Kobe and all of them had been. And the only other time I can think of before that was when Jordan and the Bulls went and they played Magic and the Lakers. So I'm rooting for the Celtics. So I want to see the new guys win.
Hey, Hoopers, I thought we was going to keep Jordan out. I thought we was going to let Jordan go. We weren't going to – I'm just playing.
I wasn't expecting the Jordan name drop either.
Yeah, me neither. You're right. So before I get your take, W, I'm gonna bring JB in the frame, and then once I bring him in the frame, then I got you. W. All right. JB is in the frame. So now, now it's out. Okay. All right. So now, W, the floor is yours, brother.
Players, Jaylen Brown, of course, Metro Atlanta.
I mean, Miller High School.
Nia Long. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm picking the Warriors to win because I feel like the Warriors, just that experience helps. But I want to see Nia Long drop celebration videos on Instagram every night. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see Nia Long celebrating winning this championship. I'm not gonna lie. I'm all invested in Boston just because of Nia Long. I'm not even like, I know we talking sports, but we finna talk Nia Long too. Like, she cheering for the Celtics. I'm cheering for the Celtics. Like,
Yeah.
Remember
investment.
I'm also cheering for Steph because I want to see Steph. Because I feel like he's stuck at a point in his overall career to it's like, okay, is he a top 10 player? Is he right outside the top 10? I'm not saying a fourth ring and a finals MVP and all-time leader in three-point shots made and all-time leader in playoff three-point shots made and top 12 in playoff scoring average and top 5 in final scoring average, 2 MVPs, 1 unanimous, 2 scoring titles. I feel like Steph is right there in his career to where it's like, okay, he's finna take that step and knock somebody out the top 10 all time. But I just want to see him win a fourth one because I like Steph Curry. I liked him since he was at Davidson. His wife's fine, his mom's fine. Since we talk about good-looking women, sister's fine. Just a good dude. He's a good basketball player. Like the way he played basketball, he changed it. Good, worse, depending on how old you are. I'm in between because I like how open basketball is, but everybody shouldn't be shooting like that. And other than that, yeah, Jaylen Brown, Nia Long, and Steph Curry.
You just like light-skinned women.
No, I don't. That's the crazy part. I don't. I haven't dated a light-skinned girl since the 8th grade. I know that's personal to them, but I haven't dated a light-skinned girl. Hey, man, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Nia Long.
That's some biscuits and bacon too. Okay, I got you.
I just know we've got something in common. We be liking some the same pictures of somebody, but we Bel Air, cold word Bel Air, but we
Hey, I think that,
yeah, she. Oh yeah.
We fall.
She's so bad. You got to say she cold.
Hold on, let me take a sip.
Right.
Take a sip of cocoa.
Shoot. For real.
Thanks, but yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh man. Stop Coco working her way into the NBA Finals show.
Big facts.
Big facts.
I don't know.
You don't know about Coco? I'm tripping.
I know. I'm just saying I don't know. No, I'm just talking about with the topic. I didn't really.
Okay. We talking basketball again. Okay.
Yeah. I don't. For me, man. Let me see. A player. I don't know, man. I think I'm just. I'm not really Tatum. I'm not knocking Tatum. I'm not a big Jason Tatum fan just yet. I'm really not. And I'm saying I think that he is at a level, and I think they've been saying like Luka this year in his playoffs when he really showed out against the Suns. I said, oh, he's serious. But then the next joint, I'm not even shocked that they say he got exposed because all-stars, when they hit a level, they all get exposed to a dynamic team like the Warriors. You know what I mean? He didn't adjust. He didn't adjust his game. You know what I mean? And then we'll be talking about it completely different if he would have. So I'm going to say Smart, Brown, and Horford. I want them. I'm happy where they're at. You know what I'm saying? They've been battling for a very long time, and it was just certain, it's certain things that always got in their way, and they don't really have a superstar either. You know what I'm saying? Like you could look in Joe Embiid, like he is a superstar now, like you know what I mean, or at least on his way. They didn't get Kawhi Leonard that played for the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that. Even though I know Horford was with Philly. So I'm really rooting for Horford, and I'm rooting for Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? I said, I talk about Jaylen Brown probably a little bit later, but I know how important that's what I'm rooting for. The coach, I'm even rooting for Boston too because they got rid of Danny Ainge. Well, Danny Ainge is gone, right? He is gone, right?
He
You
gone.
talking?
He
And
in
then,
Utah.
all right,
Utah would
and
be
they
long.
Yeah.
and they got rid of that coach, and I felt like those two, Danny Ainge became what he said he wasn't going to become. He kind of became like oh man, like keeping everything in the house, or like he was saying that he wasn't never going to do that. He was always saying like, he spoke about his past and how they re-signed Bird and them to retirement contracts. So he was saying he was always going, I'm not going to put anybody above everybody, but he got this coach and they got Hayward and, it's just some weird movement and it just got lost. And to see where they're at now, I can understand why they're at where they're at. So I'm really rooting for the coach too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not Jason Tatum just yet.
Yeah,
not
and
Tatum.
that was a good choice for Brad Stevens to go upstairs. I think that's where he belongs.
Right.
Where he's especially
right.
Coming from Butler. So all right, so we good. All right, so I'm gonna bring JB in the frame. All right, what's going on, JB?
Not much, man. Still issues. I can hear a little better. I heard what
Okay.
Maui said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you hear what we said about
Yeah.
Neil Long? Did you hear that? No, I'm just playing. We joking. Still Memorial Day weekend. We having fun with family.
yeah.
You hear us, JB? You hear us?
I mean I can hear Maui much better than I can hear CP and the Hoopers, but I can hear you much better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So which player or coach or anyone in the organization that you're rooting for? In this matchup?
So I would say for Boston, it's definitely got to be Al Horford. He's been playing for a long time. I mean, this guy had played 140 something games in the playoffs without appearing in the NBA finals. And, you could just see game 7, man, like after it was over with, man, he, what I'm saying? Like he let a lot, he's not a very, emotional guy. Generally speaking, but you've seen emotion come out of him in this playoffs, like the dunk he had on Giannis in game 4 and then the end of game 7. So, I think, just as a basketball fan, you always have these stories of the guy who's played a long time, has never won a championship. And, Al Horford is the guy, definitely for Boston. And definitely also rooting a bit for Marcus Smart too, because he's had a lot of detractors over the years, and I even had my doubts of whether he could be the starting point guard of a team to make it to the finals, and he's like proven me wrong. So yeah. And for Golden State, I definitely the player I'm rooting for is Clay, because he went through so much, man. Tearing his ACL into the finals 2019, not playing in 2020, then looking like he's going to play in 2021, and he tears his Achilles before the season even starts. So, I think that, Clay has had like a very nice story. But yeah, for me, it's definitely Al Horford, though. He's the one I'm rooting for the most.
Right.
Yeah, big time. So the one and I know like it's a lot of guys that as far as in this matchup that I'm looking as far as that can root for. Obviously Al Horford, definitely veteran, and it's also what he's done for the game of basketball, even going back to University of Florida, didn't have an opportunity to actually win a championship. Definitely helps his resume. Potentially a Hall of Famer, potentially could add to that mantle potentially. Then I think the one guy I'm really, really, really rooting for is Kenny Atkinson. There's no secret that my bias is showing that I've always had a love Kenny Atkinson. I think especially the situation in Brooklyn and what have you. But for him to get on this staff here, and potentially win a ring, and thank God he didn't go to the Lakers, because I think that's another situation where the heightened expectations would have just got the best of him, almost just like what happened in Brooklyn, where he's a great developmental coach. So this was a great opportunity for him, and this being under Steve Kerr's wing definitely will help him. So definitely I'm definitely rooting for him to get his championship ring as well. So that's what I'm rooting for. Obviously, Al Horford and then Kenny Atkinson. So, Yep. So, what's wrong?
I mean, you ain't have to throw the jab.
No,
out
I'm serious, but I'm serious. No, because I'm telling you, because I was like this. Because when he was named as a finalist, I was like, oh my god, like this is Brooklyn all over again.
Let me get it right. Let me get the energy right. Neil Long again, everybody. Neil Long.
Look,
Neil Long.
All right. we totally understand that.
I feel like watching Best Man right now. Hold up, let me see.
just wait for Thursday night. She'll be there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna be. I don't know if she's gonna understand. I know she gotta be at least be in Boston next Wednesday night. You would hope. I don't know. Who's to say? It is what it is. But but all right. So, shout out to Kenji. I'm not gonna do my I'm not gonna do my DC voice. I'm gonna
go ahead.
No.
What up, Slim? Hey, Young.
No, bro. I'm not gonna do my DC.
Hey, Young. The Commanders coming to the hood. They coming to Dumfries. All 5-5. Let's go.
Oh my god.
They coming to the highway, baby. Let's go, Young. What up, Joe?
Hey, you lunching, son?
Yeah. Oh man! If anybody who don't like Neil Long, you a Bama, Young.
Wait,
what? Real live.
This guy.
All right, let's go.
I know, man.
We having fun, man.
We cutting up, bro. We
got JB and the Hoopers on the show.
So, the X Factor in the NBA Finals. I'm gonna go with you first. Fresh. Who's your X Factor in the NBA Finals? Who you got?
X Factor for me are role players.
The others.
I think the others for real, because both teams have like really solid others that contribute to what they do. Boston was able to get good contributions from the others on the road, so now you got to see if you can do that in Oracle, because Oracle is a different beast in Miami. They show up to the games on time and they show up after halftime on time. So I want to see Marcus Smart have a good Chasing. Chasing. Oh yeah, it's New Oracle. Chasing. My bad. Yeah, you know what it's called, man. But Grant Williams basically hasn't made a shot since the Bucks series. Al Horford has been really important for them. He had 14 rebounds in the closeout game. Peyton Pritchard making shots, and then for the Warriors, they should be getting GP2 back, Otto Porter, Looney. See who you can get some between Moody and maybe some Kuminga. So the others are the X factors for me.
All right. What you got?
What I got, Kuminga, I think is going to be a player they're going to have to get big minutes from, because they're going to rely on him to guard Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and just somebody come in and try to outwork Grant Williams. Otto Porter is great. Like I say, he should be back. Gary Payton, as small as he is, he's going to play good defense on both those big wings. But I think they're going to need a lot. Not a lot, but they're going to need, if Jonathan Kuminga plays at any point.
Okay. All right. So well,
they've been having a little couple issues.
They come back. I've had it as well too. So I'm gonna go with you first. I'm gonna go with you next now, JB. Your X Factor. Then
my X Factor is definitely I think it's got to be Derek White, man. He actually, beginning of the playoffs, he was really struggling with his shot. But I think he brings a lot of value on defense. Like, he's a very solid defender. He also actually is very good at challenging shots at the rim, like on fast breaks and stuff like that. He's actually a pretty good rim protecting guard against other guards trying to make layups. And if he can make his outside shots, and if he's a bit aggressive when he's in the game or whatever, I think if he can give you 8 to 10 points a game, man, that's a plus right there. So I mean, I definitely think that he's one that a lot of people aren't going to mention, but I would say Derek White's my X factor for the Celtics.
Yeah. Sweat the Hoopers back in. Let's get them back in the frame. All right. All right. So I think
All right.
y'all.
Cool.
All right. We
I was talking about Jonathan Kuminga and the defense that he should play against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, but the X factor, of course, is Nia Long. I got to get that off real quick. Nia Long is the X factor because we all want to see her celebrate. I may want to see her celebrate. So Nia Long for the Boston Celtics, Jonathan Kuminga for the Golden State Warriors. X factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue.
Right. There won't be no debate on that.
I wish I was the producer. They make a shot. Hey, camera 3, go to Nia Long. Yes. Jaylen Brown just dunked on Steph Curry. Who cares? Nia.
Pretty. Not gonna see it. Camera on Nia.
Yeah, no. Right?
And the Emmy goes too. But I was stretching mine out though. I ain't even gonna lie to it, man. X Factor. I think, like I said before, I feel like I was saying in Jaylen Brown, because remember last time we spoke, I was like, y'all said he was consistent, but I felt like if he really put his mark on the game, I think it would really open up. Just like you say the Warriors, like Steph and Poole can get they points, but if Clay is not making anything, it's like it's almost a waste. And then Clay is so you can see it on his face when he's not doing well. So I feel like the same thing with Jaylen Brown. I seen a lot of it this in the Heat. I seen a lot of it, but he just got to take care of the ball. So for me, I know we want to say X. Does it have to be a player? The X factor, does it have to be a player?
It can be whatever you want it to be, brother.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I would like for them to maybe put Tice in the game a little bit more. I don't want them to, because when I saw what the Warriors was doing, they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds on the Mavericks. They really was out rebounding them like crazy. You know what I mean? So I want them to. I think they could be able to Tyson the game up in there a little bit. And I also want Tatum, who has the most turnovers in the playoffs. He's number 1, and number 4 is Jaylen Brown. And they got to take it. They take care of, huh?
Oh, no, wow, I didn't know that.
No, you good. Yeah.
I said, I heard that today. That's my bad, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Just the Hoopers here. I'm trying to show up. Popping it. Yeah, you go. No, but when I heard that was, when you take that and think about it, they just take care of the ball, which makes sense. Because if they just take care of the ball, they even more dangerous. You know what I mean? Just stay consistent. That's all you got to do. Let me tell you something. You playing the Golden State Warriors, they are the Patriots of the NBA. If you go back, there is playoff series they were supposed to lose, but you beat yourself because you either wanted to make a name for yourself or you just thought they still didn't have that fire in them. You cannot make no mistakes, and you got to stay consistent, or you would be embarrassed.
Why are we bashing the 2016 Oklahoma City Thunder?
You can go 2018 Rockets. You can go 20.
Yeah. That's it. You're bashing the 2016 Oklahoma City Thunder. You're bashing Chris Rock's injury history.
I think New Orleans had a little bit. I think it's a bunch of teams. Remember when Kawhi got hurt? Remember when Kawhi got hurt? He was killing them.
The Spurs, yep. When Zaza Pachulia. Your boy Zaza.
Man, that don't sound like a Kanye.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Zaza. But
Zaza.
Big facts. Right. Yeah, and like I agree with the fellas, with the Hoopers, like pretty much it's the X factor is going to be the bench. I think this is where when you look at individual matchups, it's a balance. But I think the bench, whoever comes out to play in those are going to be key. I look at a guy like a Jordan Poole on Golden State end, and also the JB's point earlier with Derek White. And like we seen him have flashes. What was it in Game 6? He had 22 points. So you look at those situations where can you get that type of output from those guys? And I think that could be the difference between who's winning this series or not. It's going to pretty much on those two guys who I think could have that capability to score. And kind of, because we know, in these matchups, somebody's going to get the best of each individual matchup. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a situation where you look at all these matchups and it's going to be like lopsided. One could get the best out of the other one night and vice versa. Mm-hmm. But those are the two guys I look at as far as the X factor.
And Pritchard, make your three. Pritchard, please make your threes, man. Make your threes.
Respectfully. So, fellas, matchups to watch. I'm gonna go with you first. Fresh matchup
to watch. Marcus Smart, Steph Curry. That's all. I figured so. I'm sure Marcus Smart is gonna get the task of guarding Steph and even Jordan Poole some, but I'm more focused on Steph because Steph is gonna handle the ball. He's gonna move without the ball, and we all know Marcus Smart. I like to give him credit as a great defensive player. I feel like he deserves he earned his defensive player of the year. He don't deserve nothing. But also know how much he flops. So it'd be interesting to see how many times he get these calls. Because he's going to go through a lot of picks just chasing Steph around. I expect to see his arms flailing around all series. But Marcus, he can get physical with Steph. Mm-hmm. I think they're probably about the same height, but Marcus got really long arms or whatever. So I think and Steph can be loose with the ball at times. We've seen that in the past. So it'd be interesting to see if Marcus can pressure Steph.
I'm gonna laugh because I was gonna say it. I don't know if this is a matchup per se, not Neil Long this time. But Al Horford and Draymond Green. The way Draymond Green controls the defense and offense for Golden State with or without the ball, and just the smarts and the veteran presence of Al Horford. Like I said, I think he had 14 rebounds against Miami in Game 7. We only had 3 or 5 points. And just like Al Horford is going to be asked to switch out on Steph, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, all those perimeter players a lot. And so far, he's held up in the playoffs. Like, no matter, he's held up. He's been great. But this is when you have to actually asking him to guard in space, to guard shooters, to guard off the dribble against these shooters. I'm not saying Al Horford is going to be mismatched out there, but I think this is where we kind of see Al Horford in that age kind of holding his chest a little bit, grabbing for air. And then on the other side with Draymond Green, I don't know how Boston is going to actually react to him. Looking at the rim offensively, honestly, like we know Draymond Green is going to be out there to set picks off the dribble handoffs, run the offense. Not necessarily run the offense, but he is looking to pass to get the shooters open. And how will they attack him on the defensive side? Because as great as a defender as Draymond Green is, I don't think he want to be on the island with Jason Tatum on the screen. No disrespect, Maui. I know what you just said about Jason Tatum.
No. I'm not hating on Tatum. I just said that anyway.
No, he ain't there with you yet.
I feel the same about Tatum as you do. But your point with Draymond though is they play small ball and he can guard certain centers, and Al is old, but Draymond ain't guarding Al Horford.
No, that as well. He's not going to be able to guard Al Horford. His best matchup might be Jaylen Brown, who we all know is super loose with the ball. But I think Al Horford and Draymond Green, what they bring to their respective teams, offensively and defensively, is going to be what's more important than the certain matchup. I mean, he stole my stuff, Marcus Smart one anyway, but that's going to be important. And of course, Neil Long and whoever she's cheering against from Golden State, and how she provides the extra energy and motivation to the team and to the coach to make sure they run those plays right and are in their defensive assignment. So Al Horford, Draymond Green, Neil Long. That's a weird ass combination.
Vicky's up. So, JB, who you got? Who's your matchups to watch?
I'm watching a few things. So like I'm looking at so Golden State has historically had problems with teams that had length and athleticism and a bit of size. So I'm looking to see what happens. Golden State tends to get in trouble sometimes when they attack the basket and the team has a rim protector and they get in, they can't make the shot and they try to force passes. So I'm looking at Time Lord. I think that he's going to be huge in the series. Is his knee going to be able to hold up? I think that if he's healthy, and it's going to be interesting with the finals because there's going to be more time off between games, which might help him out because he was kind of struggling playing every other day at some points. But I'm looking at Tom Lord's rim protection. I'm also another matchup I'm looking to watch is what does Golden State decide to do with Draymond Green? Because actually, if I was Golden State, I maybe might try to put Draymond Green on Marcus Smart, and just like basically leaves Marcus Smart open because his shot can be really hot or he can be really cold, and that way you can deploy Draymond Green and use him as a roamer. That's what I would do if I was Golden State. So those are some of the matches I'm looking to watch. I'm looking to see who Draymond Green's going to be guarding in these games, and I'm also looking at like Time Lord and his rim protection. If he's somewhat healthy, he's moving around, he can cause a lot of like dysfunction.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'll be looking at, and I'm also going to be looking at the small ball lineups because I do think that Golden State probably will not be playing Looney as much as they did the last two games against Memphis and the games against Dallas. I don't think Looney's going to be playing a lot of minutes actually. So,
So I'm sorry. Do you think who do you think they're gonna put on Tatum? Don't y'all think Wiggins?
Yeah, I think Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins gonna start off on Tatum.
Wiggins,
Yeah, Wiggins gonna start off.
Yeah,
That's what I
Wiggins,
thought.
yeah.
And who do you think that Boston gonna put on Clay?
Probably Jalen, maybe Jalen Brown. Probably.
I think that they're going to put Tatum. I think they'll put Tatum on Clay.
I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if they're smart, I would attack Clay. Clay used to be one of the best defenders on that team, and he actually used to stick probably one of the star players. I would attack him. I don't think people are really doing that much in this play. I haven't seen people really try to attack him. I think if you attack him and get him off the floor, I think that will kind of break them down. Like, don't get me wrong, like their bench is battle tested. You know what I mean? Like seriously, you know what I mean? Like really, really, and same with Boston, battle tested. So it don't make a difference a person on the bench or not. But I think that would be something because I'm thinking about last series when the Warriors went up against the Mavs and we were all trying to figure out who was going to stick Luka. And it ended up being Wiggins. And we thought that Wiggins wasn't going to be able to match up. And he actually did a really good job. You know what I mean? Did better than we thought. And then they tried to set picks. And then Looney did a good job too. We didn't think Looney would be able to hold up. You know what I mean? When you really look at it, even against Brunson, he did a pretty good job. So I really want to watch whatever matchup they're going to put up against Clay. Because I think Clay's they want him to do well mentally. That helps them out, give him confidence. But I still think he's one of the weak links on that squad. And I think if they go ahead and take advantage of it, I think it's a room for success.
That's fair. That's fair. I actually like that. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Teams haven't really necessarily been attacking Clay, and that's also because Andrew Wiggins has emerged as a top tier on-ball perimeter defender. So it's kind of hard to get those switch ups with Clay when they talk about them hiding Steph, but I mean Clay can't really run. He ain't necessarily got the legs to run right now. So Clay is the one he hasn't really, had the big defensive responsibilities, especially when you add in Gary Payne Jr. and Andre.
Yeah, and he's coming back.
Otto Porter, yeah. So they should have a full roster. So Clay is probably gonna be the one. If I'm Boston, as much as you want to get that Jason Tatum matchup on Clay, I prefer the Jaylen Brown matchup because Jaylen, when he's not selling for them stupid ass 27-foot 3-pointers and fumbling the ball, Jaylen Brown is going to post him up. He's going to drive. Realistically, he might dunk on somebody. Like, I don't know who. Hopefully, Draymond Green is not down there because Draymond Green get dunked on. That might be the end of his media career. But yeah, they got to figure out a way to make Klay Thompson guard, and they got to make Jordan Poole guard. I don't know who's going to be his matchup.
Yeah.
Bench, but he has to guard. I wouldn't let him get any space on offense. The Kevon Looney, JB, that's the one I don't know if I agree with that. Kevon Looney is going to be has been important in every series, and even though Boston seems like a smaller team, Al Horford is a big dude. Daniel Tice is 6'3", but he's a big, strong dude. Robert Williams. I think this series, like the Memphis series, they're gonna need Kevon Looney to go in there and be a big.
Well, I think that they will. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up though.
He gonna hold up. He already got a bad hip.
Because here's the thing. Based and the regular season was a small sample size. I saw a lot of times where they got him on the perimeter, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were blowing by him. I don't know if he's going to be playing 20 minutes a game in the series. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up if play 20 minutes a game in the series.
Right. And you know that Maverick series too. Draymond was getting Looney had to play more because Draymond kept getting in foul trouble. And he's going to keep doing that because his ass really don't want to play. He want to retire, but he got to keep playing.
No. Now, I'm glad you said that because
he really don't want to play no more. So Looney out there like this.
And that was kind of one of the matchups I was looking forward to because I thought about this too because the injury with Robert Williams with the knee. Part of me is like, even though, like I said, because I think against Memphis, he had a 22 rebound game. Like you said, he was like kind of somewhat the unsung hero in the Dallas series. Like you said, to your point, Maui, where that's why, because obviously he was getting that foul trouble, and for some odd reason they didn't want to give Draymond a flagrant 2. For some bizarre reason, it was plenty of cases where he should have got a flagrant 2. So, but I'll leave that alone. And those are I'll leave that alone. But so I look at that as a potential match because obviously you think about we always know the obvious, like Steph versus Marcus Smart, Jalen and Clay and all that. But it's kind of one I think could be like somewhat of a sneaky matchup that you can watch, and then you really just want to watch what Robert Williams III is going to, as far as his, how he'll. How he'll do in this series, how he'll hold up, and like you said, and also to your point, you kind of got a little bit of space in between games, so we'll see how that happens. And then now you got a cross country trip to kind of take into twice potentially if it goes back to Golden State. Some people don't think so, but like I said, that moves to the perfect segue. So, fellas, go around the horn. Prediction time. So, who will win the NBA Finals and in how many games? So I'm gonna go with you first, Fresh. What you got?
Spotlight.
I got 2 answers. I would bet on the Warriors.
You would bet on the Warriors.
I would bet on the Warriors, but I'm picking the Celtics.
Why are you picking the Celtics?
I'm picking the Celtics to win. Huh?
Head versus heart.
Head versus heart.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Money just it goes to my heart too. If money's an artery.
you lose that money, your heart might hurt a little bit.
Money.
I would bet on the Warriors just because it's just rare that a new team beats the veteran team that has won, not just players that has been there, but they've won the championship multiple times. So, but it just seems like everything's kind of in Boston's favor this year. I think they have, for one, over Golden State's run. I believe the Celtics are the only team with a winning record against the Warriors. I think it's only the Celtics. They're built to play against them. Like, they got good defense. They can score offensively. They can play small without being small, because even though Al Horford is older, he can guard people long enough. He can hold up. They're not gonna be able to pick on Al Horford if they try to go small and leave him out there or whatever. Right. Ime is also championship pedigree. Spurs is under Popovich. I think he won as a player and as an assistant coach. And the Celtics are like they've been, unlike some of those other teams that get there for the first time. They have been in the conference finals for a few years, almost kind of similar to Toronto. Been there a few times, and just wasn't able to finally get it done. So I'm gonna pick the Celtics in 6, but I would bet on the Warriors.
All right, so for the
I'm always making predictions. Couch coach, I don't even make predictions no more. Just for you.
So we got you Celtics at 7.
Celtics at 6, yeah, 6. I got 6.
Celtics at 6. Okay, so
I'm winning home from that ugly leprechaun, and me alone will be a field.
That makes up for the leprechaun.
You ready?
Ooh, prediction. Like I say, we don't really do predictions. We just kind of, pick, say some things we think can help win. But like I say, when we on the couch with Coach, we got to pick. And I want to pick the Warriors as well. I think I am gonna go with the Warriors in 5 because sometimes that veteranship can just take you into so many places, honestly. And that core, I don't think people realize Kevon Looney is a part of that core. He doesn't have 3, but he does have 2 rings. He got 2. He got 2. He got 3. He was on that first. He was on 2015. Right, cool. Kevon Looney has.
He was on the 2015 team.
That's what freshmen see now. So between Kevon Looney, Iguodala, who they're getting back, Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, that's more championship pedigree than the rest of the whole Boston Celtics team combined, honestly. And sometimes that's just something you can't overlook. But once again, we are on Nia Long's internet. So I'm picking the Celtics in 6 as well because Nia Long is going to be there and she will replace Lucky. Not as a mascot because she's a woman and a person and not an object to be objectified. Be next month as well. But I want to see Nia Long celebrate. I love seeing her happy, even if it's not with me. I made you a better man than me. You got to it before I could. So hopefully you get to this NBA championship and you keep making it happy because I'm always lurking and I'm always looking over your shoulder. But Warriors in 5, though.
Waxing poetically, I see.
I want to be the funk in your thigh.
Guys,
two championships. That's still more than the rest of the Celtics team combined.
I don't even think anybody on the Celtics roster has been to the
NBA Finals. No, nobody.
NBA Finals.
Nobody.
But they've been in the playoffs. Boston have been in the playoffs for so many years, man.
But not the finals, yeah.
Not the finals, but they've been there. I'm just saying it ain't like they, you know what I mean?
No, they new to this.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That part, yeah, that's But
I didn't change my pick. Warriors in 5. Warriors in 5 on Neil Long.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right, cool. Warriors in 5. All right, which got JB?
This is a tough one. I've gone back and forth over the last 2 days, and I might even go back and forth tomorrow. But I just think that it's like what Maui said. Maui mentioned it's simple for Boston. When Boston doesn't turn the ball over, Boston wins. Now, I do think that turnovers might not hurt them as much this series because the Warriors are turnover prone themselves at times. I'll just say this. The teams that have given Golden State problems over the years and have beaten them or come close to beating them have all been very physical teams. Boston's a physical team. I don't think this is a 5-game series at all. I understand that Golden State has a ton of experience, but sometimes experience doesn't matter. Like, back in 91, the Bulls had 0 finals experience, and they went against the Lakers, who had a ton of finals experience, and they blew them off the court. Not saying that Boston's going to do that to Golden State, but I definitely think that Boston matches up very, very, very well with Golden State.
They do.
It's a tough one, man. Fuck it. Give me Boston in 6.
Let's go.
You basically, because you know what I'm saying, this is what I've been trying to, when I'm on coaches, I'm saying that it's stuff, it repeats, and you're basically just saying it's almost like a passing of the torch on in some type of way when you look at it. You know what I mean? Everything that we necessarily is saying, it's showing that it's almost like the passing of the torch. You understand what I'm saying? So you already, I'm gonna say 7. It may be 6, but I'm gonna say 7. I think think about it, man. Storyline is so many storylines there, just from Boston beating the Nets, you know what I'm saying, beating the Bucks, the way they beat the Bucks, you know what I'm saying, like it's set up. Then beating Miami the way they beat Miami, you know what I mean, and like they almost pass it up. So I'm gonna say this too. When you think of the NBA, a lot of people don't realize, especially this generation, they don't even think about how dominant Boston was. Right. So I'm watching this new show on HBO Max, The Winning Time, and they were speaking about how bad it was to play in Boston.
Oh my, that episode.
Talk about the leprechaun and the details and all those things that I feel like when coach, how coach loves sports, the poetic frequencies of sports that makes you you got to overcome, and I don't think Golden State has ever been in that predicament. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think, like, I'm looking at it, I ain't saying this team is as great as them, but I just think that I don't think Golden State has been to a finals against something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. That mystique of the Boston
That
Celtics.
mystique of the Boston Celtics.
Like what they said winter time.
I think it's gonna be
laughing in the back. You're gonna hit a laughing from nowhere.
Yeah. And we, and like you guys are saying about the chase and that whole, I think the Mavs had that against the Warriors. You know what I mean? Where they got to go play them because this is the Warriors. But no offense, even though they veterans and stuff, they got to come to Boston and deal with a lot of stuff. A lot of those legends had to overcome. And I'm telling you, I think this is their time, and they better take it. And I know Horford gonna go. Horford, like I'm gonna go. I need I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Tatum, you believe who you are. You believe who you are. You show me. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown, hey, I put your nuts all in their face. You know what I'm saying? Smart, you know what I'm saying? Smart. You do what you do. You got us playing together. You know what I'm saying? You the Dennis Rodman, you the mascot, you the Ron Artest. You got the green hair. Okay, you putting that pride, and then you still got Williams, like you said. Williams ain't made no shots. You know what I'm saying? He scared the hell out of them when he was making all them damn threes. Like, who the hell is this?
Right.
So I'm going Boston. I'm gonna say 7. I really think 6, but I'm gonna give the Warriors just a little bit respect. And I'm hoping them 3. I hope they bodies hold up. You know what I'm saying? I hope they bodies hold up.
Warriors in 6, right?
I did not say that.
No. I'm saying Boston. Yeah, Boston. Okay.
Boston. Yeah. I'm saying 7. I'm gonna say 7.
I'm looking at everybody else's prediction. I forgot to put the slot in for yours, but yeah, okay.
I got you. I'm gonna say Boston in 7, but I believe it definitely could be 6. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Lee Alone.
There we go. Just say it. That's why you want Boston to win. We want
because I'm trying to be the funk in your thigh. I'm sorry.
Wait. Yeah. I was a sip of water tonight. But anyway, I've been going back and forth with this one as well, too. No way. Give me the Warriors in 6. They're gonna go. Yeah, give me the Warriors in 6. I think they're gonna take care of business in Boston, and it's gonna be some sad people leaving the garden at the harbor.
Hoopers, he's just doing that because he like they orange water and they cookies in their hotels.
San Francisco, no, but San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, who don't love San Francisco? Regardless, huh?
Hey, Hoopers! I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel. I'm like, man, what coach at? I turn around the corner. He got a cup of water and he got his pinky out.
Oh, they had a little happy hour at the hotel. And me and a couple of guys went out and just enjoyed.
I ain't mad at you.
That was fun.
I ain't mad at him either.
That was fun. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, give me the Warriors at 6. I definitely think they're gonna take care of business. It's like back and forth, but I definitely think Golden State is gonna drop a few games, and I think it's this ain't. I don't think it's gonna be like everybody keep on thinking like Boston will have it. Like, nah, they got a shot. Like Boston got a shot. Like Boston, even though like you look at even in that Miami series, say they dropped the ball a couple times here and there, but hey, they still persevere, and so I definitely look at this situation. And you can say the same thing for Golden State. Golden State pissed away a lot of opportunities. I thought definitely in some of these series. So give me the Golden State Warriors in 6 games. They'll go to Boston and when they could play next year, may have the same smell of champagne in that locker room, like your boy said in Cleveland. Probably still smell like that in Cleveland.
That's still probably sucking.
But shout out to Luke Walton. He got a job. He in
Oh yeah,
Cleveland.
he's just
Shout out to Luke Walton.
Proud of Luke Walton, man.
Luke got a job.
Luke got a job.
Luke Walton got a job.
Miss Harvey is so proud of him.
He stayed getting jobs.
Hey,
You know,
that's what happens.
where Luke out? Ain't worried about it. He gonna get a job. You know that.
Yeah, you gonna say good job. You're right.
Oh yeah, you know he's a Walton. He's an NBA brand. He's a last name of a brand.
He's basketball royalty. He can do whatever he wanted basketball. Like
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
If you want to be a referee tomorrow, who gonna tell Luke Walton he can't be a referee?
Exactly.
I know one thing, Jason Tatum, man. One thing about I think people are messing up on too, man. Once they didn't get, you don't get it. It's not the regular season, man. If you're not getting the call, you won't get off your ass and hurry up and get up on defense.
Yeah,
like, oh my God, Jason Tatum, goodness gracious, man. Okay, we know, like we know El DeBarge. Come on, man. So my bad.
No, but no, seriously, outside of that, which this light skin I get. But no, Miles got a point, and I've seen that not even just from Jason Tatum in Boston, but just throughout the playoffs in general. Whereas these, like, even go back to Boston and Milwaukee, where it's two physical teams, but they still, like, you know, complain about fouls. Like, bro, y'all both being physical. If I call a foul on you, I gotta call. If I call a foul on him, I gotta call a foul on you. The same foul. So it's like, you know, you can't be crying in front of Nia Long. Like, that's not a good look, bro. Like, you can't be complaining in front of Nia Long. Like, we should go home. Like, why Jason Tatum
man?
Like, yeah,
she was in boys. She was in Boys in the Hood. You can't be doing that.
Nobody else crying, right? She did not like super good you watching them crying like that.
Actually, I cry in front of her and punch the air. I remember what happened in the next.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would be real vulnerable.
Yeah, I'd be crying in the living room.
You want some of me?
Exactly.
No, yeah, for sure. I would be emotionally vulnerable in front of Nia Long. I would let her know.
Yeah. So before we head on out, before we put up on the show, we got to get the people what they want. Shout out to the Podfather. Podfather said he need a Waffle House story.
Oh, Waffle House story.
And we can't talk.
I got one.
We got
a Waffle House story. Okay. Let's go.
Man, I just went to the Waffle House about a month ago, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the one. It's not really. It's in a nice area. All right. It's not real packed. It's a fake truck stop. It's in Rivers Bend. I pull up in there, right? I pull up in there, and I'm like, that bad ain't no cars. And I get in there. It's like, you know, 2 tables that's got people, and then I'm looking around, and there's food on every table. And then dude turned around and looked at me. He said, man, I just want to let you know I'm the only one in here, and blah, blah, blah. It ain't a great one. But I sat there for about an hour and a half, man. This dude was just doing this damn thing, B. I ain't never in my life seen somebody. He was cooking up a storm and this and that. But you know what I know what's weird?
What's that?
He didn't know how to use the credit card machine. I think he thought that I was just gonna give him cash.
Yeah.
Like, I think he thought I was just gonna throw him some dough and be like, all right, B. Because he was like, yeah, I got some food too. And he was like, yeah, it's like $11. I think he was.
They make up the prices.
I mean, I got some food, bro. I'm telling you, I had like 2 bags, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's like $11." And I think he was, you know what I'm saying? If I just gave him the cake, and then he looked, I said, "Man, I ain't got nothing but plastic." He was like, "Shit, you gonna have to wait then." Then he looked at me and said, "Man, all right, $12." Like, you know what I mean?
Like, huh?
He was trying to pocket that money, B.
Bro,
yeah.
Coach, they make up the prices. I go to Waffle House. I ain't been in a minute, but when I would go to Waffle, I get the same thing: a waffle, a Texas cheesesteak melt, hash browns, peppers, cheese, jalapenos. You know the works, and sweet tea, because you gotta get a sweet tea.
Oh yeah.
$15, $17, $12, $13. Like, do y'all not see the same prices I'm seeing, and where y'all getting y'all math from? Like, Waffle House. Shout out to the people that work at Waffle House, because when they get it right, Waffle House is always on point. I've left many nights where I needed some Waffle House, and Waffle House has filled me up. The chicken biscuits are delicious. Everything. I don't care what nobody say. Waffle House is a staple of American eatery. I don't care
Bro.
what anybody say.
He was in there by himself cooking up, bro. He was not playing.
That shows you how dedicated
Yeah.
Waffle House.
Cooking.
We disrespect Waffle House workers. We be talking about them, but that guy right there, he probably was gonna steal your $11, but.
I mean, he wasn't gonna steal it for me. I mean, hey, I was mad at him here.
You paying for food,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know.
He was definitely putting that $11.
Keep that 11. Yeah.
Food on every table. He had to pay for the mother plate.
Right.
No, it was so much. It was so many dirty like dishes. Every table, I was sitting here like, yo, this shit crazy.
I want to leave my man in there like that by himself. He probably can't go smoke a cigarette either. I know.
Nothing. He was just cooking what you need. You say you want cheese on your eggs? All right.
Nah.
The skillet.
Did we tell y'all the skillet? Guy came.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, ma'am. I got your omelet coming. Don't even trip. I got you. Man, I had a buddy of mine, right? I had a roommate of mine. He used to put chili on his waffle.
You put the burst chili on that thing.
Yes, man. That's why I don't like going to Waffle House. Like, man, we should go to Waffle House. I ain't going with him.
That was me.
Because shoot, you better use another bathroom when y'all get home.
That too.
I feel offended.
That burst chili probably run through you, dog. I can only imagine.
Man, I'm not eating chili at Waffle House.
Correct.
Come on,
Like,
man.
Hey, I feel you. I understand that. But it's something about them hash browns with some chili cheese. I mean, it's like chili cheese jalapeno fries, I guess. It's something about it. They don't serve the chili.
I ain't never had that.
You ain't never. Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Try it.
Man, I'm just scared to eat people's chili. You can't eat everybody's chili, man.
It's Birch chili,
bro.
It's Birch chili. It's famous. Like
It's Birch chilies.
It's famous chili.
Yeah. B-U-R-T. Yeah, you ain't heard about Birch chili, bro.
Who is Bert? I don't know Bert.
Go ahead, you had two Waffle House.
Oh yeah. So I got two good Waffle House stories. One, one was late night. It's probably about 3 a.m. We go to Waffle House. Random homeless guy walks in. He walks up to the counter. He says, "Hey, let me get 2 eggs and a skillet. I can cook it myself." Where was he getting the fire?
I like how everybody had the pause. Like, wait, what?
What?
This is at the Georgia State Waffle House. Georgia State Waffle House.
It's a really nice Waffle House.
Really nice Waffle House on really nice the manager says, "No, we don't do that here." He said, "Oh, I must ain't be talking to the right person."
Like she was wrong. Go ahead.
This man said, he said, "Give me 2 eggs and a skillet. I can do the rest."
That's crazy.
3 o'clock in the morning. I said it's time to go.
Yeah, we left.
Second Waffle House story. This one is before Waffle House. It's about 11, 12 o'clock. We're on the way to Waffle House. Playing Erykah Badu. Vibes is going really well because Erykah Badu is for the vibes. Zaza Pachulia might have been involved. It took Waffle House was about 10 minutes away. It took us an hour to get there. We got super lost listening to the music. We just looked up and was like, aren't we going to Waffle House? We made it there eventually. No man asked for a skillet and 2 eggs. He had a great meal.
but no, that's a completely 100% true
made our
story.
way back
Literally got lost. Literally got lost on a 10-minute trip to Waffle House.
I love Waffle House. You get there at the right time, you'll see something you ain't supposed to see. When I walked that same day, I walked out. It was a chick that I've been following for a very long time.
Okay.
A little light skin, thick joint. And then I was like, and then she had like she ain't see me. And then I saw a dude walking. I knew both of them. And I was like, well, damn, what's up, homie? You still work at Pepsi? Like, you know what I mean? She know me. I said, boy, when I got in the car, I said, ain't nothing like Waffle House. I said, I ain't want to blow her spot up, but I say nothing like Waffle House if you want some drama.
Look, we gonna get out of here in a minute. But if you want drama, definitely go to Waffle House. You go at the right time, you might just meet the love of your night that night as well.
Exactly. You meet the love of your night. You might see something you don't want to see something you ain't supposed to see something you don't want to remember you saw.
Correct.
Oh, this
one. Have you ever seen a Waffle House closed?
Never.
Have you ever seen? I went there one night. And it was like same one. It was like 11:30. I was so pissed because it's been a lot of since the pandemic, stuff has been weird. Stuff closing ain't supposed to be closed. You know what I mean? So then I went the next day and I said, hey, what time y'all close, dude? Oh, this Waffle House, we 24/7. I said, oh, for real? Yeah, well, y'all was closed last night. He said, night crew. I said, damn, I'm snitching, ain't I?
You dressed it. You dirty mackin'.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Yeah, during the pandemic, our Waffle House was closing at 7. It was definitely an uproar in the city about Waffle House being closed at 7 o'clock. They had to fix that.
Yeah.
Now we can order online. Shout out to Waffle House.
God, I haven't been to a Waffle House since I went to Atlanta. So it's been like what, October?
Man.
I ain't been in like almost 7 months now. But
We got Waffle House in the Braves Stadium. It's everywhere.
For real, no way.
Shut
the front door.
That ain't good. That's what make Atlanta great. That's what make Atlanta. That's what made the Georgia and the my bad. You got to say it right, because that ain't in Atlanta, right? Ain't the Braves Stadium? Ain't that outside a little bit? Let me get it right.
Technically, it's
an
not Atlanta.
Unincorporated area, so they call it Atlanta. But depending on who you are, no, it's not Atlanta.
Okay, but just that's what make them great. So they like ghetto fabulous. Like they, what I'm saying, they like we already know. Here we got a Waffle House for y'all.
We got a Waffle House
because we don't want y'all to make a left and fuck around and get robbed. I'm just playing.
That's the thing about with Brave Stadium is that because you can make a left and get robbed. Because so you go one way, you going back out like towards the suburbs and all that. You go the other way, you going back towards Bankhead. So yes,
right.
You actually can make a left and get robbed close to Truist Park.
I'm telling you, the same in New Orleans. Like they said, that's why they got like arrows, because if you make the wrong turn, hey, what's up, Shawty?
I like, damn, baby. I just came to get a cold drink, baby.
I just want a cold drink.
I just want a cold drink, baby.
Hey man, you know what, bro? I'll get you 2 eggs in a skillet if you leave me alone.
What?
No facts, though.
2 eggs and a skillet. I'll never forget that.
Dude.
I might not be talking to the right person.
That's the worst part.
Like, who was allowing this?
That's what we wanted to know.
That's what the manager was like. For him to answer this, somebody's giving this man 2 eggs and a skillet.
This ain't the first time he's done this.
And you know what he said when he said, "This ain't the man to talk to." You know what he said? Damn it, I'm snitching. Let me go ahead and get out of here. The same thing I said.
That's what he did. He left.
Right. Let me come back tomorrow.
I'm gonna get old boy fired, and I ain't gonna be able to get my 2 eggs in the skillet. Damn.
Now, I want to try that. Like what they say on TikTok, a Waffle House hack.
It's gonna be some hacking, all right. You go in Waffle House doing that.
Yeah, shoot, the health department, like, I got my eye on you.
I'm pretty sure the Waffle House pays off the health department. I've never seen. I know we get way too far into the show. I've never, ever seen a Waffle House with a score of 87.
You know what they do? When the HIPAA and then come in there, they have it ready for them. They have the waffle with the look like funnel cake and shit. They have grapefruit. You know what I'm saying? They take their nose rings out and shit. You know what I'm saying? They speak proper English.
Give us a second to get ready. Here goes nice come here and play the waffle.
Right. And the dirtier the better. Like there's no way the place to be passing the inspection. Like, no way.
I love Waffle House, but no, they should not.
No. And never.
They should
like
not.
If they
I'm going to Waffle House in the middle of the day and wipe my own table off.
Yeah.
Hey man, you allegedly all this Waffle House. My bad. Y'all are a corporation. I don't even know them like that.
I've never wiped my own table off at any of your eating establishments.
Hey, Mr. Waffle or Miss Waffle, I don't even know them like that. I was walking and they offered me a skillet and 2 eggs, so I decided to do the show.
I thought they were doing I'm sorry, Mr. House. Like,
Right.
But yeah, it was wild. But yeah. So let's put a ball on this week's Couch Coach Live, fellas. We'll go around the horn, promote, plug away. What got you first, W? What you got?
Well, you can catch us tomorrow. What we gonna talk going on tomorrow?
We should be on at 12 tomorrow.
We'll be on at 12:05 tomorrow for the Hoopers afternoon session. You can catch us anywhere podcasts are available: YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. We try to get on title, but Jay-Z won't answer my phone calls. He must don't know I know Neil.
I don't know you.
Don't know I know Neil Long. Like Jay-Z won't answer my phone calls. Get on title. Where else they can find us at?
Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora.
There you go.
Tune in, all the places. Just search the Hooper
And
Star.
tune in. No, he's not telling y'all to tune in. Tune in. It's the podcast app. You can find our podcast.
Tune in. Also.
Well, tune in also.
But yeah,
I had to make sure people wasn't thinking he was telling y'all just to tune in. Like that's the actual app.
right.
Been there.
JB, yeah, JB, social media plug away.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Jamie Bailey. Find me on Instagram, Jamie B Foodie. Yeah, that's it.
My new Instagram homie.
Yeah, I saw yeah.
You know.
What you got?
Crazy videos.
Hey man, you know, great show, fellas. You know, Deshaun Morgan Facebook, DT Morgan 78 Instagram. You know, same old man. Just, you know, hopefully I can make some of the preview shows with Coach. And you know, man, shout out, you know, to honestly on some real. I ain't gonna put it out to you just yet, but my brother graduated a few weeks ago, and he's already got 2 offers. One is local. One is local. It's a college local to here.
Okay.
No, man, he's got his master's. He was an assistant coach for
that's what's up.
For
Mississippi State. The girls basketball team. He was assistant.
Tell him we need an interview. Tell him who.
I got you. That would be great. That would be great, actually. I got you.
That's what's up. Shout out to him though.
Stock Vegas.
He got 2 offers. He got a head assistant coach job offer, and that's in a school. I'm not gonna say, but it's in Nashville. And he has another one. I talked to you over, and he has one local here in Virginia. He got an offer somewhere local to here, close to where I live at.
Let's talk.
And I'll tell you about it when we get off. So he hasn't really made his decisions just yet, but it's coming. And he's, you know, he got a nice little plan. He said, Sean, I'm sure probably he give himself 5 years. He said he'll probably be coaching D2 or D1. You know what I'm saying? So it's moving, man. It's moving. Yeah, for real. I got y'all though. I got you though, for real.
Hooper said that's what's up, man. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you got a great future ahead. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's a good opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, that's exciting, bro. Like,
right.
Yeah. But yep, he'll be definitely a great story to tell.
You know what he said, right?
Yep.
He said, man, you just get ready, man, because it's about to start. He said, man, y'all get ready to come. Y'all come see some games. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely trying to go see some games.
Nah, yeah, we definitely. I want to go up to Virginia anyway. Like, I'll make that trip.
I know the DMV a little bit. I went to college at Morgan State in Baltimore, so I moved around the DMV a little bit.
Oh, how you was over there too?
right. He was on the avenue.
He was over there too.
Yeah. You ho, you dummy.
Already know.
Yeah, I know what that
Shout
is.
the ball sport, man.
Shout
out to Morgan State, man.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, another great show. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram under Couch Coach Live. Anyway, you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, we're there. Also, I think we're on TuneIn as well. So tune in as well too. So funny, I used to use TuneIn a lot, like to listen to like radio stuff, and I stopped doing it. I don't know. It's been years, but TuneIn, yeah, that's good. That's always a good app to check us out as well too. Anywhere that you get your podcast, we're there. CouchCoachLive.com. And then also you can check out archives of the podcast on offtheballnetwork.com website. Just go into there, Couch Coach Live. We're there. But yes. The Hooper's there too. We're there. You know, and definitely.
Before we leave, I just want to say thank you, everybody. Great show. And I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, dedicate this
I don't like how you saying it. Don't be talking to me alone like that.
To
don't be talking
the
to me
lovely
alone like that.
me alone.
Don't be using that. Why are you talking like that? Why are you talking
Right.
like that? Like,
Is it me, girl, or is it you, girl? I'm feeling this, girl. I go over the sky. I see that thigh and them pretty eyes. Do you feel me? Yes. You feel me.
I can only snap with one finger, so with one hand. So.
Right.
No, shout out to me alone though. Like,
yeah.
Hey, you know what? If I can't have Nia, go ahead and give me some more.
Ooh, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
Hey,
they still in the
20 years
family.
ago. 20 years ago.
Hey, keep it all in the family. If I can't have her, I say, hey, I backslide.
Whoa.
Hey, man.
Hey, yo.
Me alone won't whine and this and that. You know, some more want some yak and a couple of joints. I mean, what is
no, you that
and some Polish sausage?
You are
in my Boston voice, this guy. This guy. I know, right? Exactly, right. All that. I was gonna debut my Atlanta one, but I'm gonna relax.
No. Let me hear.
Here you talking about?
He talking about
boy. There you talking about my boy.
There you talking about my boy.
You gotta have my boy
over there get spun on, boy. Get spun on, boy.
Nah, hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, man, there's a lot of changes going on, but we're gonna do some big things real soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you too, JB. It's gonna be some major changes going on, man, especially in my life. So it's gonna be some things pop up. I'm gonna really try to jump in for real.
Yeah, shoot, not potting in there. We gonna be in there, them
Real.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Coach will come down to Atlanta next time. He might not leave. He talking down like he goes.
Yo, that's why he ordered those wings. Look, that's why he ordered those wings through DoorDash. Because he knew if he took one step in there and then somebody said they got a buffet. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yo, that was down here. I couldn't deal with that. Yeah, I would have missed my
man. Hey, man, we should do like a classic joint, like just bring up some of the old stories, man. Oh, that was great. I don't know who he was interviewing, but he said, "Hey, man, have you ever tasted what's his name? What's his name? William Pepper wings?" And he said, "No, I've never tasted. I've never been to Magic City." That was great. That was great.
Miles Garrett.
Miles
Garrett from Atlanta 5.
Do y'all understand how funny that was? That was so funny. That was so funny because he said, "Yeah, I've never been to Magic City, so but that's not what Coach asked him. But the only way he could get those wings was at Magic City.
That's the only way you know, right? Like how you know what the wings is.
And then Coach figured out a way to get them without going in Magic City. And I'm like, Miles, you didn't know that? Woo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Miles, Miles a good sport. Because every time, like, it's something like that Miles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, if he like, everybody be like, Miles Garrett, you suck.
They be killing him. It's like, that's not me.
He is such a good sport, like. Because I know I ought to go clean off. Because one time I was getting ready to be like, look, man, y'all got the wrong Miles. Y'all got the Miles with the Y, not the I.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah.
Top 5 sports, man. Shout out to Miles.
Yeah, shout out to Miles, yeah. My guy in Atlanta.
He said, what are you talking about? I ain't never been to Waffle House. I mean, the Magic City.
I'm on TV now. I work for the news station. I can't be letting people know that.
Yeah, I ain't never been there. But then I've been to 112. But I ain't never been. Let me stop. Let me keep starting it over. I'm just trying to let me stop.
And you know what's so funny? And I just thought about it because Miles ain't been back on the show since then. Cause think about it, because I hit him up and be like. When I hit him up, I hit him one time to come on, And he was like, "Nah, I got something to do that night."
Cause
So
it was one of them
yeah,
funny joints where I had to
That's
throw the
your boy.
headphones. I had to throw the headphones. I was like, oh no. Like, you know.
But shout out to Miles, man. Yeah, Miles, our guy. Yeah, I get him on these days. Something going on in the city. Yeah, the Falcons coming up. Yeah, we got a game.
Yeah, next time you go down there, why don't you send him some of those wings since he ain't got to go? Listen.
Hey, I tell you this though.
You know how much they cost?
Fox 5 had Miles on everything. He did the Bull. He did Georgia one. So he was there covering their parade. He covered like the High Five Sports was like covers all the high school stuff out here. So they be working. Miles be working.
Miles be working. Yeah, Miles be doing his thing. Shout out to Miles. But yeah, man, another great show once again. Long overdue for the Hoopers to come on, but we had to give Paul Father, a classic Waffle House story. So that's mandatory here on Couch Coach Live when when it comes to when the Hoopers come through.
Every time.
But yeah, man. Well, another great show. Definitely did a shout out to everybody, and everybody commented, shared, retweeted tonight. Just show some interaction tonight. Definitely appreciate everybody for doing their thing. And yeah, man. So this has been this week's Couch Coach Live, man. We'll catch you guys next week, and we are out.
Welcome.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh man. Shout out to Nia Long.